everyone, and welcome to our next game. If you notice, we have already removed this game from the list, so this is actually what's going to be played next, instead of just having a single episode and then moving on to Chrono Trigger. Actually kind of glad that we're getting this one out of the way before we move on to Chrono Trigger, because Chrono Trigger is a long game. Also, weirdly, no music on this. Oi! Oi, you shut up there. Anyway, let's start. Chat is ready to display messages. It is! Is it still showing that? Also, goddamn, this game.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours.
You haven't missed much.
Always remain
We just started.
and open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this.
Hey, I need to check something. I wanted to see what would happen if I...
Case.
Oh, I had a
Oh, good, it
feeling
keeps
you'd be
playing,
running
so I
off
can
on
still
one of your
chat.
adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No. Even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to Von Borchert.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Bertrich's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Oh, you know, personal reasons.
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Sure.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You won't soon forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what?
This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake?
All right.
I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
So I was trying to avoid talking until this point because this is a very heavily story-based game, which obviously means gonna be a lot of dialogue. Some of it I probably will be talking through, but something that is going to be very interesting is they do dialogue in a very neat way, actually.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask
My
you.
voice is too loud. I
Did
could
you
lower it
happen to run
if
into
needed.
each other?
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
So, this is what I was talking about. The this actually has some very interesting implementations for dialogue. But let's see. I like the idea of being an occultist, but these each get you different skills, and depending on the skills, you just have better abilities in dialogue with those specific topics. It's kind of this is what your character knows, so you have just different dialogue options no matter which way you play it. And I've only seen one other game try to do this so far, and that game was, what was it called? Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, it's just the new Call of Cthulhu game. But that kind of gave up on those dialogue choices halfway through the game. And this one actually implements them pretty well. Yeah, we could totally do Cult. That's what I was intending to do. Some things you're interested in are high up that I haven't seen. Some I've seen and not liked. And Pillars is high. Highest you like and haven't seen. Does Pillars also have something similar to this then? Yeah, I think everyone is in agreement that Occult tends to be the most fun one to go with. But we can also go back to just choose our class. You can level other classes. As you can see, you do get bonuses in some of the other classes regardless. But you start with all of these unlocked. If you want to level the other classes, then you have to acquire them first. Which I think I really like. You also start with some just bonuses depending on your character. And Louis always has these bonuses. Also, I hate Louis. I should probably put that out in the open right now. I really hate Louis' character, just in general. So I'm going to rag on him pretty much this entire game. And that's more because of not that he's bad writing, just how the character himself I hate. You haven't seen this game? I just want to see some creepy badass shit. Well, do I have a story for you, Zebgrin? Because unfortunately I have been spoiled. But I'm not going to spoil you guys. But hopefully we get to Chapter 3. Because Chapter 3 is where stuff starts happening. There are 5 chapters in this game, obviously. Well, with it being an episodic game. I guess 5 episodes? Yeah. Each of these episodes is actually pretty long. I'm expecting this to take about the entire week, depending on how much we go through it. Let's see. Anyway, we have a couple skill points. Now, this is actually another thing that I really like about this, because you gain skill points by using skills. You don't just gain skill points by leveling up or something like that, but you do have levels, as you can see. So you gain a bunch of extra skill points, but if you have skills that you are already using well and they're high enough to be used in dialogue, and you use them, then it's going to increase your skill in that area. So using a skill repeatedly over and over again makes you really, really good at that skill, as you would expect in dialogue. Spoils. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm actually really glad this game won. Though I imagine that all of the people that voted for Chrono Trigger are not exactly happy. They'll get their due pretty soon here. One of the best things about the voting system is that no log goes unpunished, and it will eventually come back. since I never end up removing anything unless it's like 1 or 2 logs. Discreetly steals items. Be up to date on scientific knowledge. Manipulation is fun. I'm gonna put enough to get that. I might actually... Do we want to put... All of these are acquired. We need to acquire these by putting 3 skill points into them. That's the big difference there. Psychology might be fun to have. As I said, we'll level these up as we use them, and just having them at level 1 is enough to use them. Fuck Chrono. Why do you... No. It's only on there because I'm interested. The benefit for the Chrono Warriors is that I've gotten my way now, so I no longer feel a need to fight them. Fair enough. Also, hello, Desalona. We'll go with this. Psychology is just really useful in general, so I want to actually have it unlocked. This is the other thing about having skills in your class. They're less expensive to level up.
I have been involved in all sorts of unsolved cases. Have you ever heard of the Abbey of Hexham?
Vaguely.
An ingenious scam involving mass manipulation on a scale never seen before.
There was a cavern under the abbey, wasn't there?
Exactly. The wind would blow in through spouts, creating a terrifying howling sound. So, to stop the howling, the priests called for offerings from the peasants.
And if they brought enough money, I'm guessing the priest stopped the howling. A perfect trick to fool simple souls.
Admit it, Duchess. That story kept you in suspense, didn't it?
Yes,
You're a
it
terrible
did.
storyteller.
I'm delighted to find out that you were the young and brilliant French investigator.
For someone who only remembers the case vaguely, your memories are very clear.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Other couple of things to cover. These are effort. To use skills, they require a certain amount of effort. These are just resources that I don't have yet. I'll cover them as I get there. Not at all, so lie to her!
How could I forget a woman such as yourself?
A woman such as me. What a sweet talker you are. Remind me of how we met?
Shit. Your skills give you access to unique choices and actions at the cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost in effort points. And that's pretty much the only thing that skill levels do. It's good to have a lot of skills, but it also means that you will be using effort points like crazy. Or you could just do something like this. It also, actually something I really like about this is it shows all of the various skills that you're missing out on. So you can see that you actually do have multiple paths. Kind of neat. I really like how they implemented all the dialogue in this. They put a lot of thought into it to make sure that players realize that multiple playthroughs is recommended.
Emily, it hurts me that you could doubt my sincerity. I thought we'd gotten past that stage by now.
Don't take it like that, Louis. I was only joking. I thought you were making fun of me.
I thought you were someone I could trust. I'm hurt to see that you're still at the stage of testing me, Duchess.
Listen, Louis, I am sorry. I really didn't want to hurt you. Forget what I just said. It was clumsy of me.
If you say so. Let's go with that, then. Didn't see me, didn't know me. Push any harder and I'll make a fool of myself.
Right, time to go to the manor.
Your skill allows you to discover hidden details. Select objects. Right, and this is also based on your skills. Because it's not just dialogue based.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
I don't remember most of those, so those are going to be very specific. You can only choose one of the options displayed. So you kind of have to get lucky. Personality. Each person you met on the island has their own personalities, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploiting their personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploiting vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
You obtain talents from carrying out certain actions. Right. There's another thing I really like. Your actions do have a very real impact on how you play the game.
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet, delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son.
Oh god, these masks.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What do you know about
What
my
can you
mother?
tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Pass me the handkerchief.
But sir, my orders were to give it to my master.
Are you refusing to give me my own mother's personal belongings? Even though she was greatly looking forward to meeting your master, she's gone missing. And you seem incapable of finding her.
Oh, but sir, please.
And to top it all off, you refuse to give me the handkerchief that she so often let me use? Do I deserve such little consideration in your eyes? Is that what you wish me to report to your master?
No, certainly not, sir. Please forgive me, sir. I have been such an idiot. Here you are.
All right.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
So mean to this silly masked man. Oh, it'll get worse. Something I do know about the servants is that they're weak to literally everything. They're intended more as a sort of tutorial than anything else. Alright, let's take a look around. Jesus, it's dark. Can you guys see anything?
Locked. I'll never get it open barehanded. There we are. This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder. The powder's wet. Not surprising, given the dampness of the dog. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste.
It's a waste. Royal jelly restores 2 effort points. Cannot carry more than 5.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear Mother, and quickly too.
Honestly, you would know Desalona far better than I would. You're the... What is it? What is the term for a bee person? Someone who keeps bees? Is it just beekeeper? I do know there's also another royal jelly here.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Yeah, subtitles. Subtitles are on. Master volume. Do let me know if my voice is too loud. I'm trying not to talk over dialogue because there's a lot of it. Thankfully, I can just kind of alt-tab and talk in chat while they're talking, but still. Collector's coins. Huh. Ooh. Oh yeah, we mentioned talents. This is kind of how talents work. So these talents actually definitely change how you play the game, because depending on talents, you might go for different strategies, which is really clever. I really, really like this system. They put so much thought into how everything works here.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Epiculturist. Okay.
Let's look. A letter written in an Oriental language.
I know that language, but I don't know this
Slightest
one.
idea what it says.
Royal jelly is in the heads of nurse bees to raise a queen that gives. They give her lots of royal jelly and an extra large brood chamber. Interesting. Our Galbraith?
Address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Mr. Carl Corey?
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
To His Eminence Giovanni Angelico Braschi. The
This
Pope?
envelope is meant for the Vatican. Apparently this letter is meant for Pope Pius VI, born Giovanni Braschi. I wonder which one of these people is influential enough to write to the Pope in person.
The Cardinal, probably.
Probably a Dutchman. An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently. Samuel Ritter Dauchois. Mother, you test me even when you're not here. It's an anagram of Louis Moras de Riche. You wanted to write to me then. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
What is your game here, Mother? What are these strange turns of phrase? Never heard you speak like that. What's going on here? That you write to me under a pen name, okay. But here you go even further, by trying to avoid raising any suspicions should anyone else read it. I wonder if this Godoy is the person you came looking for. Think! Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
It amuses me that it offers both options. So, if you just don't have enough effort, I guess you can go for the other one. Ooh, more royal jelly. And I think...
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Royal jelly.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Alright, I think we're ready to continue. Oh,
A Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
I don't know. The farthest I've seen in this game is chapter 3, or episode 3, I should say. I've been looking forward to playing this because I actually do want to see how this game ends. That, and I would like to see other routes. So that'll probably influence some of what I'm going to be playing. Alright, let's translate this.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
Mortimer is immune to conviction. That's pretty nice. Hello, masked
How
man.
did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
A lot of determination. Segoy nerds. I don't think I am one, so I'm not 100% sure what that would be. Oh, nice.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Alright. Oh yeah, confrontation's probably the most interesting part of this. Basically, this is going to be a battle and we can't fail.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Never mind. Yes. Never mind. Give me the letter.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Oof.
Be it Mother or myself, our motto has always been discretion in all things, and to promise to never betray a word of honor. Was your secret safe with Mother? It will be even more so with me.
You have convinced me. The mystery with which your mother manages her business proves that she carries your motto close to her heart. Your words seem sincere, Tizar.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Yes. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, he needs manipulation though. Wait.
Look, you seem hesitant. The simplest thing to do is just to give it to her when you see her. After all, it's not that urgent.
Yes. I mean, yes, it's urgent. I mean, what if we don't find it?
Yeah, I really don't like this character.
Though I don't know yet when I'll be leaving. I might not be staying for very long. What to do? Can you see a solution?
Come on. Just give me the letter, for crying out loud.
I cannot run the risk alone. I am going to trust you. You seem like an honest man.
Bingo.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Confrontation, last step. For the last step of a confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left. Oh, okay. I think he's immune to science is the thing. So, yeah.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze.
Who cares about divine fury in this game?
Listen, let's stop there. I am going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Derici. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her.
Huh.
That time is short.
It's actually interesting. He tells you what's in the letter.
I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Alright, hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. I want to check something real quick. Because... yeah, okay, we gained a level of manipulation there. So, or we gained a point towards manipulation, as I figured. So, that's more or less why I wanted to unlock it. We will slowly unlock skills too, just through passive stuff, which means that we don't have to really focus on unlocking a lot of stuff. I know it's not his fault, but he's gross looking. But he's very gross looking, and I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. Wait, which one? The priest or my main character? That's a major tale of liars. Yeah, it is. There's woo, oh man, just this feels real weird to actually move around like this. We are also going to take this book.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men. Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then, covering his head with his robe, he delivers himself to the arms of the conspirators. Nice family. Let's keep it. Might come in handy someday.
Oh, the priest mostly. You love that the devs pay attention to that stuff like that, though. Yeah, it's really good. I have mixed feelings about Cyanide. I really, really like Cyanide stuff. Like some of the stuff they've done, like Sticks has been good.
The man who
But it's very
the
mixed.
salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Also, all of these paintings can be looked at, and they're all unique. Except for a couple of exceptions, which your character does make note of. Can you actually go up here?
Maybe I should introduce myself to the other guests first.
Fuck no. Oh, we can't go up there. Okay. Robe of holding. Yeah. I don't... This is one of the big things that I don't like about Cyanide is they seem very insistent on using the same sort of, what do you call it? The same sort of character or texture renderer.
I've just arrived. It might be bad manners to go upstairs without being invited.
It's really weird, honestly.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
Huh.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Yeah, I kind of wish that they would just drop whatever engine they're using. They seem to be making some good work with it. Like, the animations in this one are a lot smoother than some of the other engines. Or some of the other games that I've seen from them. Styx is the big one that I know from them, and I've played a lot of Styx. That's both Shards of Darkness and Master of Shadows. Both of those are really good games. Master of Shadows more than Shards of Darkness, though. Shards of Darkness, unfortunately, reinvented Styx way too much. What is this? Devil's Thorn. Devil's Thorn grants you the Exalted State. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice in a conversation. You cannot carry more than 5. Neat. Breaks too much immersion for you. Yeah, I can see that. I like how they do this, though. Say what you will about the render on people. It works really, really well on the environment. This is a really pretty place. I wish the camera was a little bit farther back from Samuel, but other than that. Alright.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Didn't
Oh,
we
just
already
call
meet
me
him like 3
Dorian.
times?
It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Let's see. My mom.
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Riche, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah.
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
So I'm actually going to leave this one up to you guys. But yeah, just animations are hard, and Cyanide seems to be very hit and miss. This one seemed all right. Like general walking animations and some of the dialogue is decent. There's some physics that are a bit that are clearly not applied in some locations, and facial animations are they tried. They did try, and in some cases they succeeded. Also, hard choice if I want to find a cult I'd like to pick home. But Washington, yeah. I mean, I actually don't know what happens if you go with Holmes. They do beautifully for body language. Yeah, they really do. There's some extra stuff that I'm not going to mention yet that they add later on in the game that is really cool about this. Washington is the Grandmaster of the Illuminati cult. Well, probably one of them. Could talk to the creepy man. He's icky, but he's trying. Either ghost story or develop a cult with Washington. I don't know, man. Like, the thing is, we should probably mention he's a member of the Golden Order, which you may recall your mother is also a member of. And I guess technically you are as well. So he might know something more about the mother. And we're trying to find her. But Holmes has also been in the Vision, and you do like Miss Levitation over there. Yeah, but Vision is so hard. And I do like the choices in this. They don't really give you a clue as to which one is the correct one, and I think that's intentional. Because as far as I've seen, none of the choices are correct. But they do very specifically influence what you know as both a player and a character. How about we take a vote on it? Let me set up a poll. Let's see here. And home. There. So once we lock in all the answers, because this is one of those situations where I don't actually know if either of these are, like, I don't think this game has bad answers. I don't even know if this game even has negative ends, to be honest, because I haven't seen any of the endings. I think that's everyone. So we got Thessalona, we got Zevgrin, and we got Malarthi. It's got some very nice eyeliner and sharp eyebrows. All right, so we're going with home.
My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Home. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear.
Can someone look up Gregory Holmes?
Remaining in Rome, the voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holmes.
Dude, look at this guy's eyes.
Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming, if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then, one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available, he will explain the situation.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Home. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords.
Yeah, you
One
do,
with the
Desolana.
wig and the powder. It wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
So we have royal jellies that we can find throughout the environments, which we can use to recover effort, but we can also get effort back between every episode because it just gives you skill points and refunds all of your effort. As far as I'm familiar, there are also items that make it so that nothing costs effort, or your next choice doesn't cost any effort. So you can use those to get around certain problems, which, again, they put a lot of thought into making sure that this dialogue system works really well. Okay, let's see here. Who could have held a grudge against my mother? How did my mother come here? What is the link between Hillsborough and my mother? Hillsborough? Is anyone else missing other than my mother? Let's go with the grudge, I think.
Could my mother have had a problem with someone during her stay here?
No, not at all. Your mother has always been charming company, and everyone got on very well with her.
Not even a servant?
Certainly not.
Everyone gets on well with the famous Sara de Rice.
Who dat?
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
I'd rather not get involved either.
Just sit there a moment. It'll pass. She's slowly recovering.
These fits of hers are quite worrying to see, but normally there are no consequences.
No consequences? Have you seen the state she's in? Can you tell me something about her?
Like, who is she?
Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. The seer can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Look at all these
Gentlemen,
opportunities we're
it's
missing.
getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
I love that they tell you each of the locations that you're missing and what skill you needed to unlock them so that you can do it again in future.
It's
That hair.
delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Friggin' huge is what it is. It's also mounted on the
Lord
wall.
Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Oh. Did we get
The
it?
statue is impressive, and so are the paintings. Rubens, the Caravage, Guignero. Lord Mortimer has very good taste, and the means to express it.
Oh, I see our young sir is a connoisseur.
Yes, in my spare time. Yet, I couldn't tell you who the artist of that painting there is. I think I recognize a theme, but the style intrigues me.
Saturn devouring his son. Oh, well, you wouldn't know. The artist is none other than Lord Mortimer. I thought for a long time that the painting wasn't finished, but my old friend assured me it was. Still, there's no accounting for taste.
Not very conventional, but it sure does hold your attention.
You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning.
We're getting to the point where I don't actually remember these.
Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
I wonder if we will do a second playthrough of this, because if there is kind of like a new game plus, I would like to try it out just to see all of the various options that I was missing.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I just noticed the Duchess's
Quite a
hair.
day. Right. Where is my room?
Long game incoming. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Also, this game isn't actually that long. I do know that every episode is actually a pretty decent length. They didn't skimp out and try to make things really short. Bleh. Bleh. Also, before we go in there, because I don't think we can come back out. Eh?
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Can't go in there. Probably locked. We're gonna wander the halls and see what we can find.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Bonaparte.
Jacques Perru.
I don't remember when this took place.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Golden elixir cures all your negative alterations. You cannot carry more than 5. We're gonna be using that a lot.
Decorum guide.
These books are actually very useful because they allow you to just put a stat into one of your skills, or just a free skill point for a specific skill. But you can only use 1 or 2. So you got to be very careful about which ones you want to read. Oh. I got lost.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Who is that? I'm actually not familiar with the name. Does anyone know that name? I read episodes 4 and 5 are itty bitty baby episodes apparently. Is that where they start getting shorter? We'll see. I mean, I guess by that point your skills are so hilariously developed that they probably have to be. Like, at that point you are genuinely starting to get to the point where skill checks are free.
President George Washington.
Man, I would love to live in a place like this, though I'd have no goddamn clue what I'd do with this much space. This hall is bigger than my room. I am not kidding.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Oh.
Huh, that's me. Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Nah. If only we could use it. Wait. No! Damn it. If only. Leave the letter closed.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother.
I do love this guy's face.
Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
I have an obsession with people who actually don't look normal. And this guy definitely is not what you'd consider a normal looking fellow. Especially with those kind of mucus green eyes. Ew, that probably grossed someone out with that phrase.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. The conversion of St. Paul, by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Goddamn cannibalism of
Saturn devouring
children.
the sun. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
If you don't know it, I don't know it. I mean, there's going to be a lot of this where I am going to ask you guys to make decisions because it's more interesting that way, especially since I do know the outcomes of some of these decisions. But you guys probably don't. Reach! Agility is locked. God damn it.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly. Golden elixir.
Yeah! Ichabod Crane looking dude. Is that what he looks like? You know, that's funny. I've actually heard people describe me the same way. I've never actually seen what Ichabod Crane looks like either. Wait, Carmelite water does what now? Also, these are all the books that we have. All the items as well. Talents. Gain 2 points in psychology. I feel like the Saint hearing voices painting is saying something. Like, I feel the paintings are supposed to say stuff. We'll see. I don't actually know about that, so... possible. Oh, hey, what's this? Collector's coins. And another one. Washington Irving is the author of the book Sleepy Hollow. Irving's description of Crane as an angular, awkward, and uncomfortable in his own skin echoes the man's sense of self. His head was small and flat atop with huge ears. large green glassy eyes, and a long sniped nose, so that it looked like a weathercock perched upon his spindle neck to tell which way the wind blew. I could see that, yeah. I could actually see that. That fits this guy's description pretty damn well, honestly. Oh, there's a book on the quay. Oh. I could have remained in the Grand Hall to speak to Mr. Washington. Once again, it tells you exactly what you could have done, which I think encourages second playthroughs really well. That wasn't all of episode 1, I don't think. Or was that? Okay, yeah, actually, we're good, so max that out. So that's at 2. They can only go up to 3. Skill uses are free at 3. Which, I mean, yeah. Linguistics, etiquette, so this is the point where I would normally start picking up other skills. Questioning, vigilance. Vigilance is really good. What do you guys think? Linguistics allows us to understand other languages, which would allow us to understand a lot of the stuff the Cardinal says. Agility allows us to do a lot of things outside of dialogue, though there are some dialogues that also use it. Logic is, I mean, it's logic. You don't really need much more. Questioning allows you to dig deeper into things that otherwise might be dismissed. Convince people with sheer force of your will. I like conviction. We've already found out that Sir Mortimer is immune to conviction. Anything psychology depthy? Questioning? We could do questioning. We only have enough to actually unlock one ability, but as I said, unlocking an ability allows you to improve it more. What talents do we have? Occult mastery, manipulation, occultism, subterfuge. Ending an opportunity successfully will now return 1 effort point. Huh. We've got level 2 in manipulation now. Why did I do this to me? I didn't do this to anyone. You guys voted for it. You can blame Desolona and Zevgrin for adding as many logs as they did. Actually, this is one of the few games that gets picked up by the community as a whole, because even some of the people who voted for Chrono Trigger later on voted or put a lot of logs into this. This is good and makes you happy. Good! I was really looking forward to this, and I'm glad I added this to the list and decided to keep it on even when it could have been removed. No one seemed to have any interest in it for the longest time, and I never expected to see it at the top. Let's see. Rely on your knowledge of myths, occult and religious symbols, as well as ancient... Okay, no. We can't max it, though. What I'm going to do, actually, is we're going to... Oh, damn it. Okay, no. We're getting questioning. Actually, I have a thing for green eyes, but damn, this dude killed that for me while watching this game. I like his eyes actually quite a lot. They're really pretty, but the rest of his face, while interesting, is not what you'd consider pretty. And I like that. I prefer characters to look ugly than to look beautiful. As weird as that probably sounds. Alright. Okay, and then we have manuscripts. And this one allows us to get conviction, etiquette, occultism. What's this require? Cannot be equipped. Assemble all the pages in this manuscript in order to read it. We're going to get 1 point in occultism. One of several volumes of this master of alchemy who dedicated his erudition and open mind to a better understanding of the world. He gave his name to the zinc symbol. Huh. The facial hair. Oh yeah, the mutton chops. It's so bad. Yeah, okay. We can't do anything else. Are we sure that we want to end with this? Because we are now going through one level of occult. We could drop a questioning, but we're not going to be able to use it for the next thing. Nah, I think I'm fine with this. This works out. Erudition, benefits from sound cultural backgrounds in arts, geography, and history. I like sideburns and rock them for a while, but they have to be perfectly straight and aligned with his jawline to look natural. Bunshot Fugna. Yeah, these are rough. I could probably do that. The funny thing is that this guy actually doesn't look that far from me. Although my nose is a bit bigger and my face is not nearly as angular. And no, actually, never mind. I don't really look too much like this guy. Though I do have his crooked nose. It's actually kind of nice that they added the crooked nose. His 5 o'clock shadow is also strong. Oh yeah, definitely. Some people can't get rid of that. It's real hard for some people. Actually, Desalona knows better than me because she's actually seen me. Do I look that much like this guy? I've been told that I actually look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Alright. I think we're good. Actually, that might contribute why I don't like him as much. Is Newt the ultimate power?
The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It
Is
never too
Napoleon
late,
Bonaparte.
and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Nice.
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like
He has just
Always
ruined a
start.
chess set.
Come, take a seat, my friend.
Feel like your character is strong in astral projection? Yeah.
a little nighttime stroll, Mr. President.
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Holmes' voice actor was spot on,
And
too.
you too, sir.
Washington probably sees you there.
I'm coming.
No, we'll get to you in a moment.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you.
Ew.
However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer. Dear Monsieur de Richet.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
I'll get to you in a moment, Mr. President.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Carmelite water. Nice. Bap.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Whoops. When the time limit is over, an answer is automatically selected.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need
I'm
you.
bad at hurrying. I'm 100%
Do you
bad at
remember the
hurrying.
young lady we spoke of in the hall.
No.
No. What's her name again?
Elizabeth Adams. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
I did
It
take
is
note.
disturbing indeed.
Yes.
Oh, you
I
mean for the
need
first
to
one.
make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer.
How do you know what
Washington is
Mortimer
very
looks
kind,
like?
But I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
All right. Setting up the poll again. Da-da-da-da. And then... There we go. He saw you and realizes your strength and is going to ask you. I don't know. We already went vision once. Fair enough. And it didn't really get us anything, unfortunately. We didn't find any information whatsoever. Though we did actually learn about Elizabeth Adams. Alright. Looks like we are all in agreement. We are helping Washington. Oh no.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry. Louis, you're straying from your objective. Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Fine. Supposedly there was something on the quay as well.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
I'm going in. But first.
You're right. That sounds like it might be bad. Good Lord, that's all I needed. How am I supposed to keep Adams busy now?
You could just
Do
leave
you know
her.
if the man is armed?
No, I don't. I barely saw him.
If this thing starts to sound serious, call the servants for help.
I certainly will. Thank you, my son. May God watch over you. Who do you think you are?
Multiple paths. There are multiple paths to reach your objective. It may be a good idea to think twice before embarking on the first path you come to.
Yes, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Love her hair.
Shit.
I think it's because of that scar.
Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it. What should I do?
Let it go. Let it go. No, we're not that bastard.
Let it go. Huh? Stay out of it, boy.
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy. If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Wow. This bastard.
You're not back in your slum now. You're in Lord Mortimer's home. I suggest you think carefully about what you're going to do.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these talks. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Mortimer.
Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
Women, right? They really do drive us crazy sometimes.
I totally understand.
Yeah, and every time they open their mouths, it makes you want to slap them. I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move, we're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Disconcerted. Someone threw you off balance. The cost of effort points increases when using your skills.
Think about it. You know your head
Oh.
will roll tomorrow if you shoot.
Wanna bet?
Sure do.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon.
Success!
Got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
We have avoided getting shot. That was sudden.
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing. Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good. Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
More pages to the encyclopedia.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
There's a key. Or we could use subterfuge, but I don't want to use subterfuge. Not yet. We'll try and find the key. New playthrough so soon. Hey, Ferret. Ferret with the cool cat coming in, saying hi. Well, maybe. Or maybe Ferret just leaves. Who knows? Either way, Ferret, you're getting a shout out. Don't try to hide from it. It's coming. There. Ferret's been doing my time at Portia. A lot.
With the Amber
He's addicted.
Princess. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Oh, we can't reach. Definitely can't reach that one. Yay! Royal jelly. Actually, should we... You know what?
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
What's the difficulty on this? Difficulty 2. Let's keep it. Or maybe you've been here for a bit. I'm not addicted. You can stop when you want, whenever you want. Also, George Washington is super pissed at us now.
Did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Have you never seen this game, Ferret? George Washington is totally the leader of the Illuminati. Yay! More golden elixirs. Seriously, this statue is like insane. It's freaking huge! Imagine if it falls off that wall. I really hope there's actually some pretty strong mounts on that wall. Woo! Crushes anyone who's just standing there. Probably pierces someone too with that gigantic as hell spear. Hello, collector's coin. I don't know what these collector's coins do, but they're here. I do want to search here, though. Oh, no, we can't. Can we go through this door? Guess we're going back upstairs.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Problem solved. I don't... Wait. Wait, was there an opportunity to kill him? What? Was there actually an opportunity to kill him?
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I'm relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do.
Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Sure. Lie to him. That's diversion. Oh.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Now give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Neat. All right. Back to sleep.
I'm exhausted. Better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. Mother stayed here right before me. You never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Ooh, what is that painting? A lot of nude dudes and ladies. Oh, okay, so yeah, we're still on episode 1. Oh, Jesus, look at all those. You could have found out more about plans involving yourself. Huh. I'd say that 2 failures is probably fine. I could have had a remarkable encounter. Huh. More about the men in my vision. I could have listened to what Mr. Washington had to say about my mother. I could have found out more about... Right. You failed thing! I did not detain Lady Adams now. I think you fail certain things regardless of what you do, honestly. You will always fail something. Yeah. I guess this is still episode 1. That was just part 2. Chapter 2? Character traits revealed. Nice. New characters met. Yeah. We're at level 3 now. We got 2 more points in psychology too. Due to unlocking a talent. Or a character trait, I think. Effort points pool increased by 1. Use exactly 1 consumable of each type during a quest. Huh. Neat. Make dialogue choice 20 times before the end of the dialogue timer. I'm at 15 right now. Fail. Oh wow, you can actually get this sort of stuff. Huh. They actually have stuff that supports people who fail confrontations. Prince of Amber increases your... Find 12 fragments of amber. All of Giuseppe Piaghi's. Interesting. Okay, what are we looking at here? We have 4 skill points. We could acquire both etiquette and conviction. I don't know how useful either of those would be. We could also unlock the 2nd level of occultism, or we could wait. All right, later, Ferret. Thanks for stopping by. We could also unlock a 2nd level of psychology. All of these are things that we could do. My next reading... Okay, what do we have for books? We have 1 point of conviction. We have 1 point in etiquette. Okay, so depending on which one we go for, one of these could only cost 1 point. Occult and psychology. I like having occultism up, as you say. Ah. Reduces cost and effort points by 3. Fuck conviction and etiquette. Okay. Alright. How's that look? This is really good if we can actually find it. A series of biographies of illustrious men, providing much information on their lives and the origins of their greatness. Oh, we don't have another one to equip, because we're still reading this. Okay. I like this setup. Having more in occultism is nice. Manipulation is just really powerful, so all of this works out pretty well. Oh my god, he almost looks photogenic. If it wasn't for those incredibly stiff animations.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Yes. Search the room. Oh, now I get to equip a book. Okay. We'll go with conviction, I think. Royal jelly. They actually did a really good job of making sure that you don't ever... Like, most of the skills are used pretty commonly. None of them ever really seem to run out.
Writing material.
Or be in a state where you wouldn't be using them. Inspect. There's a puzzle up ahead.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence.
I don't think that's a coincidence.
And I don't believe in coincidences.
Oh, thank
it's just
you.
too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching. Look, markings on the floor.
Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Nothing. Oh. Collector's coins. More of them. I don't know what all these collector's coins are for, but I'm sure they'll come in handy at some point. Reach level 5. Oh, huh. Read 5 manuscripts. You can hook up 1 extra manuscript. Collect 10 manuscripts.
Writing material.
Alright. Let's see here.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Is there something? Oh, there's something under the pillow?
Nothing.
Nope. Nah.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind.
She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message.
Now, how do I reveal the message?
Plop. Assess the value of the candlestick. No. I love that you just shove that into your jacket while it's still burning. I may know this puzzle already.
Aha! It's working. The heat reveals the message.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get
Incorrect. Medusa was the name of a Gorgon.
The manor could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me?
If you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
All right.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Yeah, let's do that right now. No one's in. Nope. That's some good stuff.
but no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later.
Damn. You didn't put the stuff away before leaving your room. I don't know if that'll actually come up. We'll see.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Oh, you know, things. Does anyone notice the pentagram on the ceiling? Yeah. Also the pentagram on the floor.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. These are magnesium crystals. A fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
Very nice. Gonna just steal all of this stuff. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother if she still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Carmelite water.
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father,
do not eat the magnesium? What happens if you eat magnesium?
I am certain he filters our exchanges.
I imagine it kind of fucks up your nervous system.
Chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you, but they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you. August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth.
Oh.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want. Third new November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition is worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
That's probably the thing I have now. This thing. Yeah. A message is inscribed in the back. Take care of yourself, dear sister. I think this is also the first point in the game where you actually get a chance to kind of roam around. Just look at stuff. Hello?
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
Yeah. Amber fragments. You just found an amber fragment. Each time you pick up 4 of them, you increase your maximum effort points by 1. Neat.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
Difficulty 1, science level 1. Analyze the notes. Occultism 2, cost reduced by 3, so this is free.
Feet and hands are bound. A piece of cloth in the mouth prevents the tongue from being sectioned. It looks like preparation for an exorcism. Is Elizabeth really possessed?
She's immune to manipulation. Interesting.
The note suggests binding the feet and hands, then blocking the jaws using a piece of cloth to prevent the tongue from being sectioned. That looks like a method to control an epileptic fit. I wonder if Elizabeth is the one being treated for that illness.
Weak to questioning. That's pretty useful. Journal. Sarah de Richer. So there are 3 characters we haven't met yet. Oh, Hillsborough Emily. Adams Elizabeth. Here she is. She has 1 more vulnerability or immunity that we don't know about. Violently reactive is elemental. If you are good, 1 is violently reactive. I mean, I imagine that none of them are very good, considering that it's the only naturally magnetic element. So to do questioning, she's pretty. I don't know, this is a bit much, and I wonder what's up with her eye. Looks like she's been punched there. Or had something hit her pretty hard. Elizabeth was rejected by her parents at birth and was declared stillborn. Brought up in isolation, she grew into a frail young woman with a bipolar disorder, devoured by her terrible fits of anxiety. Her deep secrets were slowly gnawing away at her from the inside. Despite numerous treatments, nothing could cure her. The young woman continued to descend into folly. As a friend of Sir Gregory Home and Lord Mortimer, John Adams decided to send his daughter to Lord Mortimer's manor in hopes that he could help her. With little hope, Elizabeth has now been at the manor for a short while. The Richer has probably a 1 weakness or 1 immunity. The soldier was Jacques Peroux, one of the fathers of the Revolutionary Tribunal of Paris. During the Terror, he quickly became one of the most worrying figures in all of Paris. He distinguished himself by taking part in the siege of the Bastille and in the capture of Louis the 14th, I think, the current king of France. He was involved in the creation of the Revolutionary Tribunal. Is he a man of law or a torturer? Nobody dares say. This judge of people has overseen many trials that sent opponents and traitors of the revolution to the guillotine. Peroux interrupts his revolutionary activities when Lord Mortimer, his patron, invites him to join the latter's social gatherings. I've never actually heard of Sir Gregory Home. Does anyone know anything about him? Sir Gregory Home, Baron of Nottingham, is a very influential British aristocrat. Confirmed royalist, Sir Gregory Home spent his career extending the influence of the United Kingdom throughout the world. From the flourishing East India Company to the Spanish trading post in America, he stamped his hallmark on key decisions made by the world's preeminent economic power. In England, he contributed to the reduction of national debt and, being very attached to family values, he invested time in the working class, creating charity schools in order to offer a decent education for the future links in the next industrial revolution. A network builder, Home always finds pleasure in attending social gatherings of his old friends. Lord Mortimer. Lord Mortimer. Did a lot of shit. Okay. He's a British Empire piece of shit. Did a lot of shit in Africa and ruined the majority of that continent. Oh, really? Huh. Then we got Napoleon Bonaparte, who, yeah, I kind of spoiled that one. I'm not going to read him yet because we haven't officially met him. Hillsborough and Emily. Emily Hillsborough is an English duchess close to the English crown. Very discreet about her origins, Emily only came onto the political scene after her wedding, which some qualified as a marriage of interest to an old English aristocrat on the decline. Libertarian, modest, but discreet, she has taken it upon herself to establish close ties with her peers. In a few years, she has become the favorite diplomat of the Queen, which is what probably prompted her Prime Minister, William Pitt, to take her as a private secretary, thus provoking much suspicion and jealousy. As a regular visitor, Emily accepted Sir Gregory Holmes' invitation to come to Lord Mortimer's Islands because, for nothing in the world, would she miss one of these famed receptions. Mortimer sounds like a murderer. They've not got us fooled. Hillsborough is an awesome girl who was not respected in her time. Oh, really? What was she known for? So all of these are actual figures, and some of them I know and some of them I don't. Everyone's going to know who Napoleon Bonaparte is. I think I actually have heard of Jacques Peroux, though not good things. Piaggi Giuseppe, I've never heard of. I mean, who hasn't heard of Washington? Well, pretty much everyone who lives in the U.S. has heard of Washington. The servants are... No one knows the true reason. His Eminence the Cardinal Giuseppe Piaggi is a legate of Pope Pius IV. A distinguished speaker, or sixth, I can't read Roman numerals. A distinguished speaker, Giuseppe Piaggi worked throughout the... Is it Piaggi or Piaggi? I'm not sure. Who's Washington? You don't know who... You're pulling my leg, right, Malorthy? He quickly caught the ear of the Pope, who discreetly named him Cardinal in Pectore. He was thus able to use this relationship of trust to help Pius IV in his difficult mission of guiding faith. What's a leg? Invited by Sir Gregory Home, Piaggi is delighted to meet his old friend Mortimer in order to represent the interests of the Holy Faith. Yeah, nothing new here. All right. And then we've got William Mortimer, who we don't even know the appearance of. Sarah Faustine de Richet is a rich French aristocrat. I assume also a actual historical figure. 34 years ago, Sarah took over one of the most important secret societies, the Golden Order. A woman of strong will, Sarah endeavored to infiltrate the highest circles of society. Politics, trade transactions, secrets of state, or paranormal spheres, the Order had an eye over everything. One of the biggest areas of growth that Sarah brought to the Order was the development of its branches in America, Europe, and Central Africa, not to mention the expansion of her occult section, which she took care of personally. Since he was just a boy, Sarah has been preparing her son Louis to become the new face of the Golden Order. Huh. I think we're done here. Oh, wait, hang on.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Ah, she's immune to psychology.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
Is it 6th? Okay, I'm sorry. Consume the crystal! Blah, 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 blah. You gonna eat one? We could. We probably could. If I remember correctly, though, it's a bad thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Let's take a look at the other guest places. We did just get a new book, right? Yeah. Wait, is that conviction? Or is that psychology? That is conviction. Oh, sweet. We can put 2 levels into conviction just from reading.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Don't know who that is. Someone might have to actually inform me on that one. Sarah is an actual figure, but I don't remember much about her. Okay. I want to say she's similar to Hillsborough, but later in the age. Less is known about her actual doings, hence people assuming she has part... Okay. She was part of occult societies. Suppose that makes sense.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Blap. We have a lot of honey right now, so I don't really mind using it. We can actually figure out who this man is.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Nom. What do you... Wait, hang on. What's his... journal... Politics. Wait. Yeah, okay, he's immune to politics. That might come in handy. That's a vigilance thing. Can't do anything with that.
My dear son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
See, I actually should probably get around to reading Napoleon, or, Machiavelli at some point.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
It's another one that just people should at least take a look at.
Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius.
Goddamn Alexander the Great.
Delusions of grandeur.
Alexander the Pretty Alright. Damn it! We are constantly thwarted by high bookshelves.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, 2 great army chiefs.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
Indeed. He's helping. Mortimer's got his hands in a lot of pies.
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
Amber.
Amber.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Another collector's coins. I still don't know what these collector's coins are for. Well, can't really deny that I'm getting a ton of stuff out of this. Ooh.
It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
That is not what he said. Okay. He's immune to conviction. Good thing we didn't take conviction, I guess. What's this?
Hannibal crossing the Alps.
Oh, hey!
Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room? And he gets victory after victory?
I love that. That's a decent observation, actually. I actually just learned about Hannibal recently, too, with his elephants. Poor elephants. Shame most of them died.
Huh, that's me. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
What about Emily?
President George Washington.
So he's not happening. Where is Emily's room? I think we skipped over it. This was Mrs. Adams. Out of curiosity, can we can't look at the, oh hey.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
Collect all the coins. They don't even do anything. Like, they don't add. Okay. That's how we got more points into this psychology. Use no consumables during a quest. Can we now go into Emily's room?
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Also, they're going to be so mad at me. I'm just taking up so much time.
Monsieur Jacques Perru. Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Didn't we? Yeah, we already did this. And then Emily's is over here. What's this? We don't know much about the actual Hannibal historical figure, but the elephants ring a bell. What? Oh no, no, just that. I mean, yeah, technically.
Better take a different stairway.
But also, just the people who are waiting for me at on the first floor. Chrono Trigger is still getting played. It's just going to be a bit later due to this game. It was a tense battle.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Sure.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
Yeah, you can have it.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine
Oh, where were you,
stole it
Spec?
from me. You're her son, Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes. Why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, but speaking frankly, why would you care?
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh. She's getting more and more agitated. And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing
Oh,
salt
here
in
we
the
go.
wounds?
She's immune to psychology,
You're right.
vulnerable to
I don't want
questioning.
this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well, thank you.
Haha!
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
You're correct.
Say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Sister.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes,
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
she's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Well, that worked
Thanks for
out.
trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
I think part of the reason that these animations seem so bad is just because there's no... They didn't do any post-editing after they created the animation. So you see that the animations move very stiffly. Also, that's actually really awesome that you were playing your viola spec. And yeah, thankfully we did invest into questioning. My mom had the condition that her mom suffered from. It's a weird type of mental illness surrounding pregnancies for those already with similar types of mental illness. I forget what it's called. Also, we are about to do something horrible. And I'm sorry for those who are watching.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir.
I'm so
what
sorry.
What would you require?
Postpartum depression? Is that what it's called? Have you got any amber?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Nah, it's worthless.
Well, no point in lying, you know. I know full well you haven't got any.
I would never think of lying, sir. I don't believe I am authorized to give it away. That is all.
Amber? Here? I'd be surprised.
Yet I assure you, sir.
No,
Amber, here, shoves honey into his mouth.
I wouldn't dare to joke with, sir.
Yeah, sure. You're just leading me on. I dare you to show it to me, if you really have some.
Well, then, sir, here is a piece.
Ah, right. Well, I'm impressed. Can you lend it to me for a minute?
Of course, sir. Here.
Wow. I can hardly believe it. Well, I have other questions.
Of course, sir. But, sir, I believe you haven't given me back the amber, sir.
What? What amber?
The piece I gave to sir.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
you really ought to look
I
after
really
your
saw it.
things. It can't be easy to come across amber in these parts.
Ah. Well, does sir desire anything else?
I told you, and I'm truly sorry for this poor servant. Do you have any devil's thorn?
I still haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against sir taking any.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You see, Tribulus cystoides is from the Zygophalaceae family, very rich in nitrates and potassium chloride.
And this is largely how I
It's
found out
maybe
that servants are
700 years
vulnerable to
before Christ, my
everything.
good fellow. And I know nothing better to perk you up.
Oh, as sir wishes. Here is the herb, sir.
Literally
Will I help you
everything.
with anything else, sir?
Any Carmelite water?
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
Very well. It's a matter of
Listen,
great
I
urgency.
suffer from terrible migraines, and the voyage by boat has brought on my rheumatism.
So, unless you have anything else to alleviate the pain, please give me some quickly. Thank you. Oh, and the one from Bordeaux, right? I prefer it to the one from Paris.
Immediately, sir. Here, I hope sir will get well again quickly. Anything else, sir?
Yes.
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
Oh, shush.
My good fellow, you're right. One should never mix treatments without the advice of an expert. It so happens that I usually make my own golden elixir, but I haven't brought my kit with me. Perhaps
you're
in that
only
case,
30
would you
minutes
fetch a
out from the end.
spoonful of ethyl alcohol, ethereal oil, and 10 milliliters of ethanol for me. Along with that, a small quantity of gold, please. Just a few crumbs will suffice.
Ah, I see that sir knows his subject. Therefore, I see no reason why I shouldn't give them to you. I hope that will be enough for you, sir, because I haven't any more.
Thank you. That will be fine.
May I help with anything else, sir?
Manuscript.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Hang on. It's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope sir will understand that I have doubt. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer's library.
There you are, then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But I...
Now.
But, sir, I... Very well, sir. Here you are. May sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Well, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Very good. There were some other things I wanted to go over with you.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to see everyone's reaction to that, and it's exactly what I hoped it would be. You just tell him, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. You're taking this man. Like, we literally just took everything from the poor servant. Oh. Oh, he's only doing his job. He's only doing his job. Oh, I'm fine. Let's go. Oh. I told you, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to do. And I think now you all understand why. He doesn't deserve the shit. Oh no. We just destroyed that man's life. There's a book here. You're not sorry. No.
Lord Mortimer.
I suppose I'm not.
Staging rooms.
I suppose I'm not. Oh no. The best part is that he like we ended up using enough stuff to become intoxicated, and then he gave me the golden elixir, which immediately I used to become unintoxicated. So there was not even any point to it.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of
Prussia.
William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later.
Oh, this is not an indie game.
Let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing it? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
What do you want to know?
I didn't actually know which one.
Volner prohibited religious practices in Prussia. Renowned member of the Rose Croix Order, former Freemason, and great lover of alchemy. And look at Piaggi fawning over him. I really do have a problem digesting political protocol.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking.
Like, the gameplay mechanics in this are sound. They're really sound.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I had taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
I don't know anything about Wollner. What if I say something wrong? What about...
What do you think of Wollner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Be careful. Wollner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
Not really, no.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
I do indeed.
Please feel at home.
Lord Mortimer has invited Napoleon along to negotiate an important commercial venture.
Nothing strange about that.
And the Golden Order is somehow involved.
What? Our order? Are you sure?
That's what I read in the letter from Mortimer to Napoleon.
This information is important. Thank you, Louis.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
I'm still back at that poor servant. Oh my god, they have no railings here. What insanity is this?
And the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Nani?
You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently.
Oh my god,
like
this complete lack of facial animation.
Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Nope.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you.
No, kill
We don't
Napoleon
know each
here.
other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend.
There was some problems with lip syncing there.
Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
It just keeps going. Just all the various notifications.
My friends,
It's like, success! Success! Success!
I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here.
Hang on a moment. Let me post a link real quick. Mandalore. So the reason that Arx Fatalis came up on my radar is, one, I am a colossal fan of anything related to Arcane, and they are the developers of Arx Fatalis. But also that review there. If you don't know anything about Arx Fatalis, I recommend you watch it. That's the reason it's on that list at all.
In sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency
started
of the
over.
United States.
Maybe you started watching
And
it at some point.
It is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass
Time
in
equals
honor
3
of
minutes
you all,
20.
my new and old friends.
The hell?
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Arcanum is also on there for similar reasons. Also, that was a really fun episode. Just all of the stuff. Holy crap. Did we just completely not... Like, we didn't... Bowling! Alright. But yeah, Zebgrin. Arx Vitalis is by my favorite developer, currently of all time. And it's also one of their very earliest games. And that's pretty much... Yeah, we just burninated that chapter! Oh, and we completely destroyed the poor... Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Servant. The funny thing is that if you don't do it during that chapter, you can also do it in later chapters. It's amazing. Anyway. Destroyed. We're still on episode 1 too. I don't know how long episode 1 is, I forget. Did we just level up twice? Oh my god, we did just level up twice. We keep getting thwarted by tall bookshelves. So that is leveling up. Questioning can be leveled up as well. I know which manuscript we're reading. We can get etiquette at this point, and we did finally get conviction, which leveled up to 1. Without the hideously high contrast and exposure and awkward character creation means. Yeah. Subterfuge? You know, you've actually got a point there. We've been using subterfuge a lot. I actually don't mind having that leveled up. We could also pick up etiquette or start putting points towards another skill. At this point, occultism 2 and manipulation 2 have been serving us extremely well. We could also level up psychology by 1. Ignore science. We don't need science. We don't need science. What do you guys think? We've got a couple of options here. We could unlock vigilance, etiquette, psychology. Those are our 3 big options right now. We're missing a lot of opportunities due to etiquette. Whatever you need to... Oh yeah, that's agility. Goddamn agility. I think we'll do another level on psychology and call it there. I don't want to put anything towards level 10 or level 3 because level 3 is going to largely fill itself out. Also, it's incredibly expensive to just go all in and just try to level up a skill all the way. So, yeah. What talents do we have right now? Occult Mastery. We have Occultism to 2. We need Manipulation to 3 and Subterfuge to 2. We're getting Subterfuge to 2 now. Manipulation can be increased to 3 pretty easily over the course of the game. Considering that this is just episode 1, we are almost certainly going to be able to get it higher. Ending an opportunity successfully will now return 1 effort point to you. Reaching level 3 in manipulation and level 2. Yeah. Throw science off that balcony. There's no reason to do that. No reason at all. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Veteran, athlete, assertive. We should probably take a look at what our traits are too at some point, just to get an idea of what those are doing for us. What is this doing? Your effort points pool will increase by 1. Okay. This game is about occult, not science. Yeek. But science is part of occultism, man.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
You were in your suite all weekend because of the Model United Nations. It was so formal and quite boring because I had no clue what was going on, but it was fun, I guess. Well, if you had fun. Also, Notes by Derichet. A collection of notes written by Sarah Derichet. The sum of her immense knowledge of the occult disciplines. Nice. That's pretty good. If we can find all of that, that'd be great. Wait a moment. Oh no. Okay. We could have gotten a free level on psychology. Well, the prince gives us some more manipulation, so I'm fine with that. This is manipulation, conviction, occultism. All right. Yeah, I think that's the one we're going for. What is this book? Political essay intended for Florentine nobility, famous for its cynical perspective on the exercise of power. I do actually remember hearing about this book when I was going through European studies. Realized I've gone from a leader to a follower pretty hard, and I dislike that heavily. You'll learn how to lead later. It's a hard process. Okay. That being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here at the start of part 4 of episode 1. This, yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this, and I'm super glad I put it on this list, and I'm really, really happy that everyone ended up voting for it. As you can see, we have most of our effort points back as well, minus the one we just gained. I'm a lone wolf, out of touch with pop and former culture both. Oh, Zebgrin, did you see my... So I'm right there with you. Zebgrin, you and me, we are so alike. It's disturbing. Flamba Mamba. It's Detsu and Flamba Mamba always sitting at the top there. I don't know if Flamba Mamba's ever going to try and use his logs. I know he's around all the time, but I don't think he remembers that he's just gained that many. Either way, I want to thank everyone who has actually voted for this. This is a... Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ, no. All of my... No, why would you do something like this? There's no railing. You could just walk off. You did vote, and it actually made quite a difference. All right. Oh, what's this? Huh? But yeah. So, boop. Oh, I really need to actually update this. I've been so busy lately. We'll close that poll. So thank you all for joining us around the campfire tonight. Feel free to stay until dawn, but stories are done for now. We will resume this story tomorrow morning. Tomorrow at the normal time. You can join the community at Discord or support the campgrounds through all of the usual methods, those being follows, Patreon, donations, and subscriptions. There's also a Humble Bundle link that gets you something in return for your donation, should you feel fit to use it. I will see you guys all next time, and hopefully you've been enjoying this, because I know I have. Until tomorrow, have a safe trip through the dark forest. Patreon? Yeah? That one. That one. I did a little bit of remastering, so I feel like it's actually something I'd show people. I didn't actually realize that I didn't have a link to it on my page for the longest time, but now I do. My scheduler is the Brooks. Is it? Hang on. Oh, yeah, you're completely right. Because the times changed. Huh. Gonna have to fix that. Yeah, because daylight savings happened, and I guess it adjusted automatically. Either way, we can fix that. I will see you guys next time. I hope you all have been enjoying this. Oh, right. Something about the bot. The bot has been functioning on Discord perfectly. So as long as the bot's still on, you can use Discord to communicate with it, which means you can vote off stream, which is really nice. You just have to link your account with the Twitch account, and the bot will let you do pretty much anything you can do on Discord. Or on Twitch, on Discord. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys all next time. Let's see, who can I send everyone to? Ooh! Oh! Okay, so those of you who don't know, something on my list that was put there recently, at the very bottom, second from the end, is Enderall. I'm going to send you all over to Enderall and see if that piques any interest. Because Roseguard happens to be streaming it. Cultist Simulator Dialogue Edition. No. No. I'm still not ready to go back in. You're already watching an Enderall stream? My hands. Well, either way, you can choose to go or just not do the raid. That's fine. Either way, I will see you guys all over there. I'm gonna get something to eat. This is Cultist Simulator Dialogue Edition. Fair enough. I like this a lot better than Cultist Simulator's mechanics, if I'll be honest. Cultist Simulator was more fun when I didn't know what everything was. I'm sad. Either way, see you guys there. I've been putting this off for too long. Raid!